Hi and welcome students. Okay, so in today's lesson we will be completing the exercises that you had for homework, and it is in your action pack, your student book, page 26, 27, and 28. So let's begin. Here we have, it says complete the dialogue with the correct form of the verbs in brackets. This is pretty simple. So let's begin. This is a dialogue. What does a dialogue mean? It means a hiwar. Hiwar between two people. So two people are having a conversation. Mrs. Jones, good morning, class. This is the teacher. Good morning, class. I hope you all had a nice weekend. Have any of you experienced anything interesting that you want to share with us? Yes, Jack. Jack, this is Jack saying, well, something unusual, and we have Ben Coles happen. Something unusual happened to me. My parents said that I did a kind thing. Again, while something unusual happened to me, my parents said I did a kind thing. Mrs. Jones, when did it happen? She's asking Jack, when did it happen? Jack is replying, yesterday morning, while I was going to visit my cousin. Again, Jack is replying back to the teacher. He's saying, yesterday morning, while I was going to visit my cousin. Mrs. Jones, so what happened? Jack said, I was walking in the street when I heard an old woman asking people about a boy called Bill. She wanted to see him play football, but was lost and didn't know where to go. Mrs. Jones, what happened next? Jack replied, I remember I was going to watch my cousins play football later that afternoon. So I decided to take her to their house to see if they knew who she was. Mrs. Jones, did they recognize her? Jack replied, yes, she was the grandmother of one of the players. She was going to buy a gift for him when she got lost. Okay, so this was a dialogue between a teacher named Mrs. Jones and one of her students named Jack, and she asked if everyone had a good weekend and if anything interested happened during the weekend, and Jack replied that something unusual happened to him, and his parents said that he did a very kind thing. Why? Because he found the old lady that was lost, and he helped her return back to where she belongs. Okay, so here we used, what did we use here? We used while, يربط بين فعلين. When we use while, we are, we're connecting it. نربطه بين فعلين, and إذا أحدهم past simple موجود في الجملة أو السؤال, then we use when. Okay, so we say, when did it happen? When did it happen in a question, and المفروض في الفرع هو ال past simple. When did it happen? Because it happened and it's over with, so we're using the past continuous. So when we say when did it happen, we are asking when in the past continuous because it's a situation that had happened and finished and over with. So that's for 1 and 2. For 3 and 4, for number 3 and 4, when we used when لوسط الجملة, and بتكون يسبقها ال past continuous, and تتبع with the past simple, يعني بعد الفعل. So remember, it comes after the past simple, and بعد الفعل which is you know ما يقع الفعل with the past continuous. Okay, so when we used when comes in the middle of the sentence, and before that is a past continuous. That's when we use when. And in number 6, it's a question, so we used did. Okay, moving on to exercise 7. Here it says make sentences using the past simple and the past continuous. Again, make sentences using the past simple and the past continuous. يعني يعني كون الجملة واستخدم ال past simple or past continuous. First one, we have walk to work, find a wallet full of money, and we have in parentheses they. Okay, so how do we make it into a full sentence? We use they found a wallet full of money while they were walking to work. They found a wallet full of money while they were walking to work. We have they in parentheses, and we have find, we change it to the past and becomes found, and we have a wallet full of money, and we can use while they were walking to work. Number 2, we have shop, loose wallet, and we have she. So we can say she lost her wallet while she was shopping. Again, she lost her wallet while she was shopping. Number 3, jog in the park, the car theft happened, we. Okay, so how do we form it into a complete sentence? It becomes we were jogging in the park when the car theft happened. Again, we were jogging in the park when the car theft happened. Number 4, we have study for my exam, we have a terrible headache, and we have I. Okay, so in the past simple, we can say I was studying for my exam when I had a terrible headache. I was studying for my exam when I had a terrible headache. And don't forget, when we have I, we know to use was, and we know to use infinitive and add ing. Number 5, read the paper, hear the baby cry, and in parentheses we have he. Okay, so how do we form it? We could say he was reading the paper. Again, we have he, and that's singular, mufrad, and then for singular we use was, and then we have the infinitive read, we add ing to read, so it becomes reading. He was reading the paper when he heard the baby cry. He was reading the paper when he heard the baby cry. Number 8, I do not want that. And the speaking strategies, no, skip that part. Here we have the listening. I don't want that. Let's go over the vocabulary words in the brown box. We said that wound is damage to your body. We said wound means jarh. Battle means maraka, and it means a fight between groups of people as a part of a larger war. And caring means ihtimam, and it means showing kindness towards others. Compassion means يوم تشفى على حدا, and it means a strong feeling of care for someone in pain and desire to help them. And to encourage means يشجع, and it means to give someone the courage or confidence to face something difficult. And soldier, last, we have jundi, and it means a member of the army of a country. A member of the army of a country. So here we have more definitions in the green box, and to try to find which vocabulary word goes with each one. So here we have a strong feeling of care for someone who is suffering. We said it's compassion. A fight between groups of people as a part of a larger war. We said battle. And lastly, we have a member of the army, and it is soldier. Okay, moving along. Here we have, what's a hero? What's a hero? What does hero mean? What's a hero? First, we have read the following situations, then match the qualities with each character. Okay. يعني اقرأ المواقف التالية, and then choose which vocabulary word goes with each situation that we have here. We have 3 different situations. So number 1 says, Fawzi was walking in the playground at break time when he saw a girl removing a paper from her bag. The girl dropped some money on the floor while trying to get the paper out. Fawzi called her, but the girl couldn't hear him. So he picked up the money, followed the girl, and gave it back to her. So what does that make Fawzi? Does it make him dedicated and exquisite? Does it make him brave and clever? Or does it make him honest and moral? Okay. He saw a girl and she dropped money from her wallet, and he tried to call her to give her the money. It makes him honest and moral. So number 1 goes with honest and moral. What does honest and moral mean? أمين وخلوق. أمين, honest, and morals, الأخلاق تبع الإنسان. Okay, next 2. Lama is a teacher. Lama is a teacher. She works hard and loves her job. Lama wants her students to become successful, so she always comes ready to class. She's interested in the latest teaching methods and always does research on them. So if we used honest and moral for number 1, Fawzi, Lama is a teacher, and she works very hard, and she always wants her students to be the most successful, and she wants to teach them the latest teaching methods, and she's always doing research. So that makes Lama dedicated and inquisitive. Dedicated and inquisitive. What does dedicated mean? يعني متفانية. and متفانية في dedicated يعني عندها كتير حب بشغلها. and inquisitive يعني بتسوي أشياء غريبة. Okay, so dedicated means وفية, and inquisitive means she does research, she does different things to make her students successful. Okay, number 3, we have most children would not know what to do in an emergency. However, when Tariq's mother fell down one day, he quickly called her doctor for help. The doctor took Tariq's mother to hospital and thanked Tariq for being so smart and courageous in this difficult situation. Okay, so here we have Tariq, and he's a kid. Tariq's mother fell down one day. He quickly called the doctor for help. So he saved his mother's life. So that makes Tariq brave and clever. What does it make? 3 is brave and clever. يعني brave means شجاع and clever means ذكي. Okay, and this is in our activity book, page 19. Moving along to page 20, here we have exercise 2, circle the correct form of the verb. And here we are using the past continuous, which we talked about many times. We said the past continuous is الماضي المستمر, and you know, we need to circle the correct answer, ضع دائرة حوالين الأجوبة الصحيحية. And really quick, let's go over what is past continuous. عشان نعرف past continuous, يكون المفرد على الشكل was and then the base ing. If we have were, then the base ing للجمع. Okay, and then if we have were, we said مسبق بفعل جمع plural. Okay, and which is like plural one, plural more than one, I'm sorry. And then for was, لأنه مسبق بفاعل مفرد singular, okay, we use was. And then if we want to use was مسبق بفاعل مفرد, you know, as the cat, or if we want to use was again for مفرد هو the boy. So here we have Ali and Omar were walking along the river one day when they heard a strange sound. "Look at that little cat," said Omar. A boy was running after a cat in order to catch it and throw it into the water. The cat was trying to run as fast as it could, but it was too weak because it had a broken leg. "No, please don't hurt the cat," said Ali. He was sad because the boy was chasing the little cat instead of helping it. When the boy saw how much Ali and Omar were upset, he realized that he was doing something wrong. He felt so sorry that he did and helped Ali and Omar to take care of the little cat. Okay, so 1 is were walking, 2 was running, 3 was trying, 4 was chasing, 5 was doing. Exercise number 3. We have the past continuous and the past simple. Complete the text with the correct form of the verbs in brackets. When Ali and Omar arrived home, they saw their mother. She was waiting for them. So this is either using past continuous or the past simple. When we have when بأول الجملة, okay, we use past simple. So when we see when, we know that it is a past simple, and we made arrive into arrived, we put ed. Okay, and then the past continuous, لكن الفعل see, okay, we change it into saw because it's past. So see became saw, and you know, لا يوجد أن يأتي the continuous. So we have to change see to saw. Okay, so that's why we know that we need to use the past simple when we see when. Okay, number 2. Number 3. What were you doing all this time? I was very worried. Again, what were you doing all this time? I was very worried. So here, you know, she's asking إيش كنتوا تعملوا كل هاي المدة? You know, I was worried about you. So here we are using the past continuous. Okay, we are using the past continuous here. When we have when we have I, okay, للضمير للماضي ضمير I من الأفعال be. So we used, for أفعال be هو was. كمان أن الجملة لا تحتوي إلا على فاعل واحد. Okay, so الضمير I من الأفعال, so be and which is was. The second, number 5, he finally realized that he shouldn't hurt animals. He finally realized that he shouldn't hurt animals. So he, where is it? Shouldn't hurt animals. So we all took care of the little cat when we came home. I am so proud of you, said the mother. Again, let me read this again for you. He finally realized that he shouldn't hurt animals. So we all took care of the little cat when we came home. I am so proud of you, said mother. Moving down to exercise 4. Here it says choose the correct answer. Number 1. It was raining while we were visiting old people who have no one to take care of them. It was raining while we were visiting old people who have no one to take care of them. Number 2. We were driving by the river when you saw the blue car. Were you driving by the river when you saw the blue car? This is a question. Number 3. I was washing the dishes when the phone rang. I was washing the dishes when the phone rang. Number 4. Something fell out of his bag when he was riding his bicycle. Something fell out of his bag when he was riding his bicycle. So we know when we have when, بعد when, we use were. Okay, so it was raining while we were visiting old people. Okay, so because we chose we were visiting للأفعال الجمع مثل we. Okay, because we have we, so we have to use were visiting. 2, we have when سبقها we're driving, and so we use past simple saw. Okay, so here we have were you driving by the river when you saw the blue car. So we know to use, because we have when in the sentence, we know to use were driving, and we know that this is a past simple, and we change see, we chose saw because it's in the past simple. And then 3, we chose when because we have لسبيل rang. Okay, rang when the phone. I was washing the dishes when the phone rang. So we have when, and for the past continuous we have rang, and we have was washing. Was washing is past continuous. 4, something fell out of his bag when he was riding his bicycle. Something fell out of his bag when he was riding his bicycle. So here we have when when we have when in the sentence, we know that it is the past simple, and we know that we have was riding also, and then we have fell. So these are all we dilute and know that this is a past simple sentence. Again, while, past continuous, and we have the past simple, and then we have when. When we see when in the middle of the sentence, we know that it's a past continuous sentence. And was للمفرد مثل he, she, it, and were للجمع مثل we, you, they. Okay, so was, we use was للمفرد, like, you know, he, she, it, and للجمع we use we, you, they. Do not forget those. Okay, so that's it for these exercises. I hope you got a better understanding. Until our next lesson, have a great day.